back a lot of memories for me, although I don't remember it being so cold. Now, this place really had some of the best memories of my life. I found my best friends here. I fell in love for the first time here. I lost my virginity here. Coming out of high school, I was kind of afraid that that would never happen. But as much as this place holds a lot of happy memories for me, it also holds some sad ones. I remember actually speaking here 13 years ago in this very spot, speaking at a rally to try to save the life of my best friend, who's my roommate and was dying of leukemia. And we needed to find him a bone marrow donor, so we held a bunch of rallies. And he didn't make it, but I can't tell you how much we were touched and how magical it was to see so many people from the Stanford community, our classmates or friends, coming together to try to save the life of one of their own. And so being here today, it's really gratifying and enormously touching for me to see so many of you out there standing up to try to protect the rights of people in our community, our classmates, our friends who need our help. Now, Proposition 8 is something that I take very personally. About 2 years ago, I met the love of my life through a friend of mine, and she's the woman of my dreams. And earlier this year, I proposed to her here at Stanford, and we're getting married now in next April. Woo! The funny thing is, the friend who introduced us was someone I met on Survivor. He's one of my tribe mates, and he's now one of my closest friends, and he's also gay. About a year and a half ago, my friend Brad came to me, and he said, "I just have the most wonderful news. I met the man of my dreams. I met the love of my life. I met my soulmate." The past year and a half have shown how true their love for each other is. It's deepened their relationship, and now they want to get married. Now, for them to get married is something that I look as being very special. When I look at Brad and Donovan, I see a true love, a true commitment to each other that I don't even see among a lot of my heterosexual married couples. I mean, most of my friends obviously are heterosexual, and many of them are married. But I gotta say, the love that Brad and Donovan have for each other is something special. They're more responsible, more loving, and more committed to each other than most of the couples that I know. And I can't imagine saying to them that they're any less deserving of the rights and the privileges and the dignity that married people have, including myself, than anyone else I know. I think their decision to get married is something that we should celebrate as a community. It's something that we should try to encourage, because it's not just them, but there are a lot of other gay couples out there who share the same kind of love, the same kind of commitment for each other. And I don't believe that it's anyone's right, much less our governments, to come in and tell them that they can't celebrate their love together in the same way that my fiancé and I would for the rest of our lives. Now, if we look back at our history, we've seen many groups being discriminated against in the past. It wasn't long ago that our laws prohibited people of different races from marrying each other. And it wasn't long ago that our laws prohibited people of different races from going to the same schools together under the doctrine of separate but equal. It wasn't long ago that our women were denied access to the same educational and professional opportunities that men had. Today, when we look back on these instances of discrimination, it's so obvious to us that it was blatantly wrong. It's hard to imagine how the people of that era could look upon these laws and not recognize how inherently unjust these were. And in my mind, I have no doubt that in future generations, in the future, our descendants looking back on us, if we pass Proposition 8, are going to judge us by the same standards and reach the same conclusions. Now, on a personal level, I'm sick of seeing this country divided. Whether you're a liberal or conservative, we have to put an end to the politics of division and discrimination. Proposition 8 is a waste of time and money. More importantly, it's an affront to the notion that all men and women are created equal and that they deserve the same rights under the law, regardless of their race, their gender, or their sexual orientation. So let's stand up together today and say that enough is enough. Let's put an end to the politics of discrimination. Let's say no to the politics of exclusion. Let's say no to the politics of intolerance. And let's say no to Proposition 8. Thank you.